Kick it.
And welcome back, everyone, to Magic Overtime with Dante and Galante. Sitting here in the studio is Magic Man Rashard Lewis. And Rashard, there's no doubt about it, this is a social networking world. There's between Facebook, Twitter, and all that stuff. And you're big on Twitter, too. You have a big following on Twitter. Tell us about that. How'd you get started into that?
Actually, I got started by watching Dwight.
Yeah.
He started, I think, in the playoffs last year towards the end of the season. And, you know, I just watched how many fans he added on to his Twitter as days went by, weeks went by, months went by. And close to at the end of the summer, I decided to go ahead and do it. And I thought it'd be a good way to connect with fans, build your fan base up. And I thought once I started doing it, I got a lot of, you know, fans that I thought from around the world, not only Orlando, but from a lot of different places that would always hit back. And, you know, it's a good way to connect with your fans.
Now, how many followers do you have now?
Now I'm up to like 20-something thousand.
That 20,000? We have like 1,500.
1,500.
Yeah.
I'll follow you.
You'll follow us?
Yeah, there
All
you
right,
go.
we'll
That'll
follow
help
you.
huge.
You'll follow us.
And we've been doing it for about a year and a half.
Yeah.
You just started this summer.
Yeah.
So
that's not very good for us.
I think one thing that fans want to know, do you actually look at, because they can reply to you.
Yeah.
Do you actually take the time to look at, do you see some of those?
Oh, yeah.
Some of the replies that
I
come
most definitely look at it. If I'm not at home on the internet, obviously you can have it on your phone, on the iPhone. And we do look at it, obviously, with the new rule. We don't do it in the locker room, halftime, or
the good rule,
certain
by the
time
way.
after the
That's
game.
A great rule.
So you got to you know, when you're on your downtime at home or even in the hotel.
All right, well, we also have a Facebook page,
Yep.
Yeah.
Magic Overtime with Dante and Galante. For all those that aren't following it, you need to get on there now. And we have a question for you, which is sponsored by Geico.
Yep.
The Magic Facebook page is brought to you by Geico. This is a question from Evan, directly to you, Rashard. And he wants to know your thoughts on Ryan Anderson.
No, Ryan is a good guy. I think actually, obviously we didn't want to lose Courtney Lee, but we got two great players. Obviously everybody knows Vince Carter, but I think a lot of people would be surprised with Ryan Anderson. He can shoot the ball. He's a great outside shooter. He can play in the low post. He's a smart basketball player, and he's a young basketball player. So he has a lot of room to grow and continue to get better, but he's a good player right now. And I mean, a lot of people will see that this season because he will be one of those guys that get a lot of minutes.
Before we close it out with you, Rashard, one segment that has to go. We didn't really touch on it a little bit. We did lose Hedo Turkoglu, and it was a devastating loss for us because we do a segment called What Did Hedo Just Say?
Yeah.
And you were a part of that.
You actually were the first one to play What Did Hedo Just Say?
Oh.
And that was our biggest, of all 5 fans that watch out there, our show. They like that the best.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And now
so
we've lost that.
And we've lost that. Just talk about Hedo Turkoglu, and now he's moved on to the Toronto Raptors. So we're going to put that segment to rest. But what do you remember the most about Hedo?
You know, Hedo was obviously a great basketball player, but off the court he was a good guy. You know, he was a great friend of everybody on the team. He's a comedian of the team. And he really made my job more easy and made me comfortable because he was one of those guys I worked with every day when we did a lot of shooting drills. And he, brought me in and put me kind of under his wing and helped me become Orlando Magic because I didn't want to jump ahead of myself and step on nobody's toes. But, we miss Hedo, and we actually been talking to him on the phone a lot. He hates the cold weather, so we was asking him how much he liked it out there.
Well, this will make you feel right at home. Let's take a look at the monitor and bid farewell to What Did Hedo Just Say? You got to listen and tell us what Hedo just said.
All right.
Go ahead.
We just couldn't, control ourselves, when the time needs, and I think we overdid it. That's why I think, those kind of stuff really happen.
Wow, that may be the worst one yet. No, what you just said. Maybe let's play it again with the video this time.
Yeah, let me see the video, man.
Let's play it.
Should it be maybe, more, careless than, what should done? What should done?
I mean, it's bad when you don't even know what you said yourself.
I don't understand. I mean, it depends.
Depends on the context of the question. Exactly. I can understand that.
That's a good point. We don't have the question, so how are you supposed to know what you said?
Well, we went back and we had our people look at it at least 75 times.
No, I don't trust your people.
this is what they said you
I don't
said
trust your people, man.
on this clip.
I seen so far what your people did.
All right, so there you go. So we bid farewell to What Did Hedo Just Say? It was fun while it lasted.
I feel like a little piece of me just died.
Yeah, I feel like a little part of me just died right
there.
Man.
Man.
Simply for the show.
Gosh. All right, moving on.
All right, moving on. One last thing, Rashard. You have obviously established yourself as a rapper and in the entertainment industry. Did you know that there is something else brewing on your team as part of your teammates in the industry world, in the entertainment world?
Not Dwight in his movies.
Okay, that's what I was
No,
going to say. With
not
Dwight Howard?
No,
Nope.
not Dwight in his movies.
Take a look at the
It's a new
monitor.
supergroup.
This might surprise you.
This was kind of a hush-hush thing. We were trying to make it a little bit underground, viral marketing and all that stuff, but apparently it's going to get out there, so I might as well talk about it. No, we're working on a rap CD.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, you serious?
Yeah, him and Ryan Anderson. Does that have any shot at
Oh,
working?
my goodness. That's the first. I can't wait to get in the locker room tomorrow. I'm going to ask him about that one. But
Ask
if
him.
it does work, they got to put ISO on there.
Absolutely. That was my follow-up. We got to have ISO
Got
on
to
there.
have ISO on there.
Well, you'll definitely be trying to make your way in. There's another guy that's trying to work his way into this group as well. Take a look at this.
I'm trying to get involved in this thing. I'm trying to get a gig, and I asked JJ and Ryan if I can be a producer of the clips. I'm going to deliver the best cars. I'm going to try to bring also, some nice women too, if it's possible, and just do everything what's possible to be in this.
See, I agree with you. I think that's what makes a rap video. But they say they kind of want to go a different direction. Is that what they told you?
Yeah, they told me they want me to be the bodyguard. I said, I could do this too on the side, for you guys, but I think I'll be better as a producer.
What do you think? Where does March fit in that whole thing?
I don't think he fit in it at all.
It's because
First he goes from the women to cars, and that's totally different from what JJ was talking about.
There's no question. There's
Completely
no
different.
question.
Well, we can't wait for the debut of Waste Management. We can't wait for Hyper Ice, too.
That's right.
That's what
Yeah.
I can't wait for.
Yeah, I can't wait either.
Yeah. Well, Rashard, we appreciate it. Thanks so much for
All right,
taking
thank
the
you for having
time.
me.
And absolutely check in, call now, or say now. You want to check that out all season long. Follow Rashard on Twitter as well.
Follow us,
And you
for
can
God's
follow
sake.
us, right?
Yes, please.
How do they do that?
Just go to Twitter and find us. I don't know how it works. You
Twitter,
just find us.
Facebook. You can find us. What's coming up next?
Still to come, we introduce you to the new segment, not necessarily the NBA news. But first, be excited because tickets for games in the second half of the season, January 28th through April 14th, go on sale this Saturday, December 5th. Call 866-930-8515 or visit OrlandoMagic.com to reserve your favorite game before they sell out.